Hello people on the internet, it's another plein air video. I was going to use this paper palette. It fits inside this French easel nicely. However, it looks nowhere near as sexy as my wooden palette. So wooden palette it is. Then I threw in a few 10x20, 10x10 and one 8x10 inch canvas panels. They all fit inside easel nicely if you just give a little bit force. And my newly upgraded wagon. Parking here is always expensive. Price gets raised for weekends too. $30 to park here and I still have to walk for 8 minutes. This wagon has 2 water bottle holders in front. Stay hydrated, guys. So many people.
Hi, I'm here. Oh, yes, there she is. Oh my god, how many supplies here? Hello.
If you watched my last video, this place might look familiar to you.
I put so much sunscreen on my hands, everywhere. Like,
What's the FPS?
60.
Oh, I approve. On the ferry again? Yeah, I went to Toronto Island again. Olga saw on the map that there's galleries on the islands and got excited. But it's just little display stands like this.
That's the gallery. Oh, I don't think that's gallery, just that. This is the gallery. That's private house. Yeah, and there's more over there. $30 prints.
We need to ask how to put all of them.
I mean, it's still cool, but just not what she anticipates.
Cottage gallery.
These are not bad. More and more money, more and more money. What?
I thought that's a cabbage. Oh, there's a red boat again.
Here we are, discussing our first composition. This appears to be a little kayak service house. We all thought that little barn with paint chipping off looks kinda nice. And of course, the red kayak is just attention grabbing, especially how it's projecting its brilliant red hue onto the wall. So here we begin. This is actually Katie's first time plein air. Exciting. So Olga is helping her to set up. Now the sunlight has crowded onto my canvas and my pack, so it's time to install my parasol. Now, learn from my mistake. Don't buy a red parasol as it will cast a red shadow. Just buy a black one, or if you really want the bright colored one, make sure it's really opaque. And have you noticed, I got so many camera angles this time. Like boom boom boom, gotta get boom boom boom.
I was gonna include those boats over there, but then I thought, this might be too much for the composition. But I like how back of the tree over there is all under light, so we have a nice separation of this tree from midground to background. I'm gonna try add those highlights. Hopefully I can really move those leaves forward. I'm not liking how this brush is giving dots. Yeah, I think it's too unified. I want to have some more dynamic and bold brush strokes. So I'm going to start doing swiping motions. Hopefully give me a better result. I'm just using plenty of paint to do impasto, those light areas, to physically bring out the leaves.
Now it's time for the left side. With those lighter yellowish greens down on the big tree, the left side of the bushes is looking dull.
And then another compositional decision is I'm also going to have this corner, the background of this part to be brighter so I can give this hard edge of the house, for the house. Harder edge creates interest and demands attention. Again, I don't want it to be too forward, so I'm really trying to control the saturation and chroma. This is already the brightest red I can give, but it's still not chromatic enough. I think it's missing some contrast, so I'm going to give a purplish shadow right beside its highlight. Hopefully it can contrast the brilliant red. See? It's all about context, bro. Now this red is noise.
I'm hungry.
Oh, what do you want to
Oh
eat?
my god.
Now there's way more shadows in the foreground, which there was none when I started. Better to add them into my composition, or better without? What's more important is for me to add a bit more resolution into that tree trunk. So let's do that. Adding contrast. Having a lot of paint on there already, and now I'm just pushing the paints around. Some marks you have to be very decisive and get it right from the start, otherwise it's kind of tricky. I mean, I've always scrape it off and start over, but I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'm at the point of extra brush strokes is not really adding anything rather than taking away. That is my limit, my skill limit, I suppose.
And yeah, next time I won't paint beside children's playground. Kids just like to shout. I then added more variations to the foreground, more color shifts, thicker paint, brush strokes to give the illusions of detail. You know, all that jazz. Oh my god.
I think I might stop here.
Do you have any suggestions for me?
Whoa, the tree is
I would
gorgeous.
focus on light here, like light and shadow. I'm not really happy with the syrup, but whatever.
What?
Get in town.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
How does this operate?
I think bring one, take one.
3 in 1, take 1. Second-hand thing song. Quality second-hand thing song.
I'll give what you can, take what you need.
Ooh, even food.
Yes, food indeed, even for the pets.
We can build a sandcastle with.
Then we arrive at our second composition. Olga wants to do some distant cityscape. There was also a sign caught her attention and is going to be her main subject matter. Katie has left because she partied hard last night and needs to go back home and get some sleep. As for me, there aren't any particular scene here I want to paint. So I thought,
I don't know. I think I'm gonna try something hard again. I think I will paint you again and then challenge it again. Because last time I failed.
keep hydrated, guys. just finding a composition to paint Olga painting. I think I found it. Oh yeah, because Katie had leave early, I had the honor to inherit her artist quality paint. So here we go again. I still remember the catastrophic failure from last time I painted Olga painting. The traumatic memory is still vividly in my mind, haunting me every time I try to pick up a brush. It's all over again. Why would I put myself into this situation again? I thought I vowed to myself to never paint people in plein air again. Just the trees, the rocks, and the happy little bushes. Well, here I'm doing it again. Boom. Alright so far? I will just keep her suggestive. I won't try to over-render her like I did last time, especially when there's no time to nail down the proportions at first place. It overall just looked cartoonish. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy for this little sketch. It didn't take long at all.
That's nice.
You want to buy this one?
Huh?
You want to buy it? This is you.
Do I look like I have money?
Oh
I-
wow, that's a very good drawing. Painting.
Thanks.
With only about 35 minutes to sunset, the last composition will just be an even quicker sketch. I'm using the smallest panel I brought, which is 8x10, to just finish all the paints I have out. Olga is doing a tiny painting. That looks fun. And this is how I carry my wet canvas. I put them inside a box, hold and separate them using clips and a geometry. It's physics, guys. This is how Olga carries her wet paintings. She cuts from foam boards to make corners, sandwich paintings together with spaces in between, and tape them all together. And that's it. The sky darkened within minutes. And we are on the ferry leaving Toronto Island. Thank you for watching. See you very soon.